you and good evening. It's good to see you all. You're very welcome to our regular Tuesday talk, but this one is a Christmas special. And I just wanted to know, is anyone here for the first time? What's your name? Your second time. Thank you. And Baron, you're very welcome. And just for your benefit, if you need some water, there's a fountain at the front. The bathrooms are through those corridors to your left. And in case of fire, you just go out the way you came in. And for our regular visitors and students, brothers and sisters, we just ask you to put your phones on silence, anyhow, as long as you don't disturb the others. And there's going to be some photographs taken. If you don't want your face to appear in the photographs, please alert the photographer. So, welcome tonight, and if you're joining us online, a very warm welcome to you. We want to wish you a very Merry Christmas. Now, I was reflecting on the Christmases we've had in this center, and I remembered that we always had some Christmas jokes. And the first joke was, I can't tell jokes. Yes, so. But then I thought I would ask Uncle Google. So I went to Google. Google's giving no Christmas jokes unless you are signed in. So I thought I'd go on YouTube, and I found 3 jokes. Now, to take me through the night, I need about 6 only. So if you know a Christmas joke, I want you to write it down, write the question and the answer, and your name, and maybe Santa might give you something. Okay. And so, no jokes aside, this is my first YouTube joke. So I'm thinking, as it is Christmas, you have all been checking out Santa's Facebook, right? What kind of photos do you find on Santa's Facebook? Anybody knows? Elfies. Okay, that's one down. So help me out as we go along. So we want to have an evening of fun and serious reflections. We have guests from in-house, we have guests from around, and we have guests who have come from far away, very, very far away. And so we'll have this in 3 sections. We'll have the serious part, the reflection, and then for the fun part, we have games and poems, and we have Christmas carols, and meditation, of course. And then we saved the best for last, and that is punch. Food, my favorite part. Yes, there will be refreshments. And so, our first guest is Georgina. Georgina, I'm going to say this. She told me not to say it, because she told me she has a hobby. And Sister Georgina's hobby, said, is falling in love with God. She said Baba, so I'm just making it universal. And I thought, wow, yeah, that's never heard of that. Now, Georgina is going to tell us about the spiritual meaning of Christmas, about spiritual reflections and renewal. So I'd like to welcome Sister Georgina. And as she comes to take the seat, personally, I know Georgina's the BK who draws you in with her smile and holds you there. It's like when you're passing her by, pass by her on Sundays, and I'm like, yeah, keep looking at her with a smile. It's so beautiful. She's been studying Raj Yoga for 40 years and is connected with the interfaith work and works in prisons as well. If you would like to tell us something more about yourself, please, by all means, do. So, welcome, Georgina. Thank you.
Thank you, Rose. Oops. Thank you, Rose, for that lovely introduction. And hasn't she got a wonderful smile? Yes. Yeah. Elfie, yes. As is customary in this house, when we all come together, we pause and become quiet for a little while. I think most of you know about our meditation. Anyhow, just for a few minutes, let's be quiet and go very still within. And if you'd like to relax your bodies a little bit, I think some of you are still hanging on to them a bit. So if you'd like to just give your body a little wiggle and say thank you for bringing me here tonight. I came on the bus, which is quite an experience. And I was very grateful for our transport. And Santa has his very special transport, doesn't he? I'm going to talk to the children. Have we only got a couple? Yes. You want water? There we go. She knows what she wants. Good girl. Going to be a leader. So let's become quiet and still. Nice and relaxed. Nice deep breath. And go within. Just enable your mind to become still for just a couple of minutes. No thoughts. Can you do that? Just become thought-free for 2 minutes. Om Shanti. Thank you. Very nice. Lovely. So, the significance of Christmas. Well, we live in a Christian country, and I've never seen so much decoration. Our London house is really full of decoration, Christmas decorations. I think everybody's got their creative hats on this year. And truly, I think we need some joy. We need some happiness. We need to feel comfortable in this holiday time. And looking at beautiful things, the beautiful decorations and the lights, they all have significance. I'd forgotten about the train. This centre is such a lively place. It's so alive, isn't it, in many different ways. So we all know that the story, the Christmas story. I think you all know the Christmas story, and I've already shared it with you in the past a little. But for most of us, it's a time of giving, a time of sharing, a time of being with family. Yes? Important. So that auntie who you don't see very often, she comes. But it is a very special time. So that has a great significance, I think, when we see what's happening in the world outside. I'm not going to go into all that, but we're all very well aware that this is a time of turmoil and upset, and to be with your family, to sit down for a special meal in remembrance of a rather special soul is really extraordinary, isn't it? All over the world. If you go to Japan, they celebrate Christmas more than we do. Their Christmas decorations are amazing. You know, so it's a universal celebration. There are some faiths who don't celebrate Christmas, and I always feel a little sorry for them, particularly the children, because the children are missing. You know, they get into the excitement of it all, and they can go to school. So it's not easy sometimes. So the significance for me is of giving. We give of our time. The mums do the cooking, big lot of cooking on Christmas Day. The preparation is immense. And we give that from the heart because we want our family to be together and enjoy. Food is such an emotive part of Christmas and such an important part. And when you think it was one soul, Jesus Christ, who well and truly, we are remembering him. And how many years, 2,000 years, I don't know the dates, I'm not very good on dates, that his birth, and though this is not exactly his birth date, but we are celebrating that birth. And to think all these thousands of years later, we are celebrating that. Quite something, isn't it? In our teachings, it's often Jesus Christ is often referred to in relationship to Krishna. Now, I've never worked out why, other than the similarity of the name. Krishna is a baby too, was born at a special time. And the significance of that birth is a mighty important one for the whole of mankind. So if you're a Christian soul and you follow the Christian faith fully, then that love that the Christian has for Jesus is expressed very much over the Christmas holiday. They have prayers, special prayers, and special services in the churches, and special remembrance of that one person. Quite extraordinary, isn't it? You remember when you were growing up? When I was sitting there, I was remembering my parents, how they dealt with Christmas. It wasn't until, in those days, we didn't really start Christmas until Christmas Eve. We used to dash out to the shops on Christmas Eve. You remember that, those days? Now it's a bit longer, isn't it? And I used to have a pillowcase at the bottom of my bed, and Father would bring in the night. And us children, I was one of 5, we always used to tie our toes to the pillowcase so that we could catch him, because we knew it was him. We knew it wasn't Santa. So I was remembering that. It's such a lovely games we play, yes. So a time of family, a time of being together, a time of giving gifts, special gifts. We'd spend time getting the gifts and wrapping the gifts. Very, very special. And I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas day and remember that special soul and his journey and his influence after all these thousands of years is still felt. I'm not going to say much more because you know the story. I love the 3 kings. I think I've shared with you last time I was here about the 3 kings bringing gifts. And I remember we had quite a few children here at that time, and they knew the story better than I did. Because I asked them, what were the gifts? What were the gifts? And they knew. And what were the gifts? Can you remember? What did the 3 kings bring? those gifts had significance. Frankincense, yes. Myrrh and gold, yes. Yeah, beautiful. So each of those symbolic of many things, really. You can weave a whole lecture on those three gifts. But they were very precious at that time, and they were given to a child. So you can imagine that story has really touched everybody, I think, through the generations, and is still with us. But again, the giving of gifts, the giving of hope within that birth, and we look forward with hope for the world. And when we come to the new year, we all look to bring peace on earth. Big job. And I think if we, each of us, sit in some meditation every now and then throughout the day and just think peaceful thoughts, we are actually generating an atmosphere of peace within our home, within our surroundings, within our country, within the world. So I'll finish off and we'll just generate a bit of that peace, shall we? Just for a minute or so. I'll talk through it, if I may. Okay. I am peace. My nature is one of peace. I hold peaceful thoughts, peaceful feelings in the heart for all mankind. Whoever I come in contact with over the next few days, let me give them the gift of my peace through my eyes, through my presence, through my love. Because each soul is valuable. And each has the capacity to bring peace in the world. The more of us who walk in peace, then the world will become a peaceful, happy place again. I am peace. I am love. I emanate peace. I send out waves of loving peace on us, and I become calm, and sure and comfortable in my peacefulness. Om Shanti. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sister Georgina. Thank you for that wonderful meditation. And they say you can't see peace, but I was beginning to see it, felt it, and then I'm like, yeah, I can see it. It's like somewhere around. Christmas, a time for giving. Thank you for reminding us. And as you can see, Sister Georgina really is God's lover. You can tell from her face. Now, we're going to bridge the serious part with the fun part. And earlier I said we have guests from in-house and from nearby and from far. And the next guest has come very far. He has come from Trinidad. Right, his name is Nicholas Sammy. Brother Nicholas Sammy is going to read a poem. If you can come up, please. And Nicholas is studying for a PhD in chemistry at Cambridge. Right, and I was thinking, being an academic, this next Christmas joke might be for you. It's all right, it's YouTube, it's all on YouTube. So, what is Santa's nationality?
I want to say Polish, because he's from the North Pole.
You're close, nearly there. We have one. Iceland? No. He's from the North Pole. And so he's not just Polish, ordinary Polish. He's North Polish. North Polish. That's Santa's nationality. Okay. Now we're ready for your point.
Hello, good evening, Merry Christmas, Om Shanti. So we have two poems, but they may blend into one. So let's see how they go. In the quiet of winter's hush, we gather, hearts a gentle blush. Snowflakes dance in the moonlit air. A Christmas spirit beyond the quiet of winter's hush. We gather, hearts a gentle blush. Snowflakes dance in the moonlit air. A Christmas spirit beyond compare. Amidst the glow of candlelight, we find solace on this silent night. Reflecting on the year now past, gratitude blooms, a feeling vast. In unity, our spirits blend, a timeless joy, a cherished friend. May peace and love our souls embrace as we celebrate this sacred space. Merry Christmas to each dear friend. May serenity on you descend. In meditation, we shall find a tranquil rhythm for the mind. And we continue into the second one. Beneath the tree, with lights so bright, a world adorned in festive light, gifts wrapped with care and tied with bows, a symphony of joy that softly grows. Carols sung with voices sweet echo through the snow-kissed street. In every heart a warmth so true, a Christmas tale both old and new. Fireside tales of old Saint Nick, his sleigh adorned with gifts so quick. Children's laughter, pure and free, a gift that transcends the tallest tree. Through frosty windows, stars align, a celestial dance so divine. Snowflakes twirl in graceful flight, blanketing the world in pure delight. As we gather 'neath the mistletoe, embraced by love's eternal glow, may this season's magic, pure and bright, fill your heart with pure delight. Amidst the glow of candlelight, we find solace on this silent night. Reflecting on the year now past, gratitude blooms, a feeling vast. In unity our spirits blend, a timeless joy, a cherished friends. Merry Christmas to each dear friend. May serenity on you descend. In meditation we shall find a tranquil rhythm for the mind. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Brother Nicholas. Now, his name is Brother Nicholas Sami, and our next guest, her name is Pat Sami. Yeah, sense something, kind of a relation there? Okay. Nicholas has been affiliated with the Brahma Kumaris since childhood. And now, Nicholas's mother, it's time for fun, is going to lead us through a medley of Christmas songs. Now, you can join in, but I want you to remember that we are on YouTube. So we want to look good. Okay. Right. So Sister Pat is also from Trinidad. See how far Dr. Ben has to go to bring guests here. And she, apart from being with the meditation school for many years, she's also she practices complementary medicine as a profession. And so let the fun begin. I'd like to welcome you, Sister Pat. And just before you begin, the answer to this joke, this is my third and last one, so I need help. The answer to this joke is not Mariah Carey. So, who is Santa's other favorite singer? And any ideas? Pat? Yes, yeah, I'm going to be fine. Okay, any guesses? Someone, Presley? Some Elf is Presley. Ah, thank God. I thought someone might have watched the same YouTube as me, so it's good. All right, and it's over to you, Pat.
Hello, I'm Shanti, and good afternoon. So Nicholas spoke so much about a silent night, and I felt that as he had reached the part, I'm in for cracking jokes, right? When he reached the part about the rhythm, did you all feel the rhythm under your feet of the passing train? These things will always bring and leave imprints and memories on our mind. Do you know the next year that you hold that child would be 1 year older and would not be the same child you're holding? It would be a new person. So let's go to another place. I don't need to shake. And let us enjoy a little bit of carols. Now, I didn't know I would have to sing until today. So you're going to have to join me. Yes? Okay, so the first song is Silent Night. And just to make sure we don't get it too hard, we only sing in little verses. So shall we? Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child, holy infant so tender and mild. heavenly peace. And now, O holy night. O holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining to hear peace, and the soul felt its worth. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. All on your knee, oh, hear the angels' voices, oh, night divine, oh, night when Christ was born, oh, night divine, oh, night, oh, night divine. Joy to the world. Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive a King. Let every heart prepare him room, and heaven and nature sing. Let heaven and nature sing. Let heaven and nature sing. I'm going to cut this one short. I want everyone to join me. This is the easiest song. And it says, you know something, I'm going to enjoy Christmas and I want you to enjoy it too. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your King. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sister Pat. We do wish you a Merry Christmas. If you feel like the Spirit is rising and you want to sing, please just come, take the mic, and sing. Okay, any help with a joke? I think I've done my third one. No? No. Okay. So, our next guest is Canon. Many of you may know Sister Canon. She's a student and a teacher of Raj Yoga. And she's going to do some reflections and a mindful eating game. Should be interesting. So I'd like to welcome Canon. And for the time I've known Canon, she's just something else. She's straight on, straightforward, and sometimes I wonder, like, how can one person know so much? Like, we go to the same school, but where does she learn all these things from? So it's really amazing. So welcome, Sister Canon.
Thank you, Sister Rose. And I guess all the knowledge is on YouTube, right? And so Christmas is a time for me, every year we celebrate it at a home because my sister's born on Christmas Day. So for us it's just family nature, I guess. But it always reminds me of the gratefulness and the gratitude of what we've been through the whole year. But at the same time, to appreciate all the strengths and know which weaknesses to let go of for the next year. And working on transforming those little habits that, sometimes makes us feel, gosh, I still need to improve on this habit. I still need to make effort on this one. And I think that was one of the instigations I had, is the habit of eating, and Christmas time. And we all know that it's a festive time. It's a time that we enjoy eating together, right? But it's also a time where people forget how to eat. And so we know today we're in a world where some of our family members haven't probably eaten properly for a few months. And so we're lucky at this stage, we have everything. And so in these moments where we have everything, then let's learn how to eat in such a way that even tomorrow, if I don't have anything, then even with a little, I'm able to still keep that happiness and that joy alive. Because eating soulfully is actually our spiritual nature, but we've forgotten. And eating out of greed and selfishly, and really out of indulgence, is totally robbing the soul from its virtues. And so if I understand and mark myself where I'm eating with absolute ignorance, and when I'm eating with absolute awareness, then yes, I know that there won't be any fear, because what I'm taking in is how I'm going to express out also at the same time. And so first thing, it's our nature, isn't it? That we eat together on a table, and before we start to eat, we always say our prayers. We always thank God first that He's provided that for us, isn't it? And at night also, before we sleep, we thank Him again for the whole day, that whatever He's provided for us and whatever we've learned. And so that virtue, and have I applied it while I even eat, in any situation, anywhere, at any time, in any place, with however much I have. And so I'd like to take you into 3 steps of mindful eating. And that will be quite interesting for you. So I'm going to ask each one of you to receive 2 cashew nuts. And for those online, you can grab hold of 2 nuts or any piece of, food that you have. Could be raisins or anything you have. And I'd like you to just hold it, because I'm going to take you through 3 steps of eating that might help you for the next year. And I'll just take you through before you actually eat it and put it in your mouth, because that's not exactly what we're going to do. The first cashew nut will be eaten with absolute awareness of its texture, taste, and its smell. So you're going to be really savoring that first step. Second step, so before you do it, I'll just go through it. Second step, you will be taking that second cashew nut and break it into half. So the half you're going to take, and you're going to go into a conscious awareness that you are a beautiful soul. Christmas is a very spiritual time, birth of a very pure soul. And so you are a very pure soul, powerful soul, a point of light. And you are the one who is the master of this body. And with that awareness, you will use your hands to take that piece of cashew nut and feed the body. Okay? And the third step, so see how you do. The The third step, you will take the last half of the cashew nut, and this time you're going to look at your cashew nut with a lot of love. Lot of love. So much love in the awareness that I, the soul, am the child of the divine, the supreme. You see the star on top of, the angel star on top of the tree. That star, the divine light, the supreme soul. And that's the one who is the guide, the one who gives me life, the source of all goodness and qualities. I'm going to remember that one and then feel that he is the one who is providing the food for me to be nourished. Okay? So shall we start? Okay. So take your first cashew nut, and I'd like you to just put it in your mouth slowly and leave it on your tongue. Try and taste the texture before biting it. Taste how it feels. Taste its saltiness, its roughness. Smell it. Be at one with it. And now you can bite it. And with each crunch, try and bite it 23 times. And mindfully, with each and every bite, you are experiencing the juice of its flavor. And you're allowing that flavor to just flow. And you're creating nourishment, grinding it and releasing those juices. And those carbohydrates and proteins are being broken down. And they say the first step of digestion happens in your mouth. So this is your first step of getting it digested. And peacefully with a lot of love. Okay? So second step. Now, I'd like you to take the second half of the cashew nut, break it, second piece, break it into half. Look at it. Think that I am a point of light, a being of peace. I, the soul, am the master of this body. The one who is the ruler of all sense organs. Now, I, the soul, am going to use my hands to take this food and put it in my mouth and allow this action of eating to happen. As you eat, just visualize the soul is making the mouth eat the cashew nut. The body is being fed, but the soul is also being fed at the same time. And each bite, I am grateful for what I have. And it's nourishing every cell in my body with a lot of love and attention. Okay? Now the third step, take it to the next level. Your other half of the cashew nut. Look at this cashew nut with a lot of love. And in the heart, create the thought that you, the soul, are the child of the Supreme Soul. And God's light, God's love is with you. visualize light. And this cashew nut is full of light also, full of love. Visualize how it would have grown, how much effort it took to reach here to me at this point. And I'm grateful for all the steps of this fruit, of this nut. And now visualize the Supreme Soul is feeding you. And put it in your mouth with the awareness that God, the Supreme's energy, is now feeding you, the soul. With that awareness, just chew and enjoy. And create the joy that is beyond your senses. You're going beyond the senses. The bliss and the happiness is taking you higher. Where there is deep contentment, deep fulfillment, and satisfaction. And there's a sweet smile inside you. And now you can look at each other and give a smile. Okay. So Om Shanti, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Wow, Sister Cannon, who thought they knew all about eating? And by the time you get this age, you think you've known it all, and Sister Cannon comes along and it's like, no, this is how you eat. And while you're speaking, you mentioned something about how far the nut has traveled to reach my hand. That's something to reflect. And the New Year's resolution probably can start now. Right? So, thank you very much. Okay, so, any help? Anyone knows a Christmas joke? No. That's okay, because I had a backup plan. I asked Dakshaben. And so, Santa Claus had a wife. I didn't know that. And then he divorced. But before he did, they had a daughter. Does anyone know what the name of Santa's daughter was? Give you a clue, also known as Maria. What, you had? Noel? No. What's another, who would you, how, if my name was Maria, how else might I be known in another country or somewhere else? Mary. Mary who? Merry Christmas. You're gonna go and revise the jokes, but it'll be another year before you remember them. Okay, right. So this is the last joke, and this is for Dakshaben. Where does Santa keep his money? I don't know if I know the answer. Yeah. I'll let you find that one out. Yeah. Okay, so our no Collins at the North Pole. Yeah. Polish Zvati. Okay, all right. Our last guest is, no, she's not a guest. And I was writing down here, how do I introduce Dakshaben? Like, no introduction. That's what I wrote down. And Dakshaben is going to take us through a meditation experiment. And please come on the stage, Dakshaben. We are all very fond of Dakshaben. She's the heart and soul of Inner Space, Wembley. My phones are popping somewhere. Those of us who come to the center, we very aware of how much sustenance we've taken from Dr. Ben. So it's my pleasure to welcome you, Dr. Ben.
Thank you. So Merry Christmas once again to everyone. And yes, this time of the year, we want to spend time with the family and friends. But keeping in mind the things happening in the world, as was mentioned earlier as well, we thought to keep this event quite reflective as well. And also reaching out through our meditation, through our positive thoughts, to the world, and especially the ones who are very much in the need. So we'll have some reflective time together. In one of our recent study class, we were asked to check what is the gift that we would like to give to ourselves and to God. I hope everybody sitting here believes in God, and those watching online too. But if God is not in your dictionary, whoever you would like to give a gift to, what is the real gift you'd like to give to? So that's what we're going to think about. So I sit back relaxed with the feet on the ground. Breathing in deeply, but gently. I remind myself that I am a being of light. A child of God, the Supreme. And this world is my family. I belong to the universe, and the whole universe belongs to me. Gently reflecting on how this year has passed by. I take time to look at my strengths, but with deep honesty and without any guilt or shame. I also look at what I could have done differently. So I like you all of us, to maybe think of one or two things that you would like to let go. Or maybe to think about it as the things I'd like to affirm within. And as I let go and empower the self, preparing myself for the new year. It's just around the corner. And as I connect with the higher source, the Supreme Light, taking strength and the unconditional love that heals all my sorrow or hurt, and empowers me and allows the healing to happen. And I send this healing light of God to everyone in this world. And the nature and the animals, birds, the insects. I allow the healing to happen. And especially this light reaching where it's most needed, giving hope, the peace and love. Om Shanti. I am peace. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Shanti. Thank you. Thank you for all of you who could come here in person and those watching online, and all that has helped with the various things that we've been able to provide in terms of the services here. And thank you to all our speakers, our facilitators, and our MC, and the Google and the YouTube. So just a few announcements, and so this will be our last talk for this year, and we'll resume on 9th of January, and our speaker is going to be Sister Alka. It's about newness, and a date for your diary from now onwards, if you make sure that you don't get busy on that day. We'll be having Sister Jayanti with us on the 16th of January, so that's the second talk. So 9th will resume, but the 16th is the day Sister Jayanti will be with us. And this Thursday coming will be our last reflective meditation for the year, and then we will resume again our Mondays, Thursdays, and Sunday morning meditation in January. But we'll still have one more this Thursday. And you've seen as you came in, there's a beautiful shop. How many of you actually go to the shop ever? Yeah, most of you do. Good. So for any of your final Christmas gifts or any gifts for yourself or others, there's lots of varieties, lots of goodies, whether it be cards, angels, posters, cookbooks, quite a few. We do cooking with the family. There's lots of cookbooks, and all vegetarian, and I think we have one vegan one as well. And of course, today is Christmas, session, so there will be some food, some refreshments. We weren't able to list everything in terms of the the ingredients, but the food is dairy free, but it does have gluten, it does have nuts, it has some spices that you may be allergic to. So if you're allergic to anything, please check before taking. But basically it's minced spice, that is compliments from our main center in Global House, and some crepes and some dokla and other things coming your way. So enjoy the food and feel free to mingle, share more jokes, dance if you want. But in terms of our streaming, we'll finish here. And so see you, those online. And sorry, can, get the plate in terms of subtle form, but see what you miss out by not being here in person. But remember the exercise Sister Kanan did was so beautiful, that if every meal, every time we eat, if we eat with that consciousness of God being the one who is sustaining and respecting our body, not just gobble, gobble, gobble. So it was a very beautiful exercise that she took us through. So I want to thank all of you for all your help, your good wishes, and really wish you Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. See you soon. And if you are, have you been good? Anna, you can stop the streaming now. Have you been good? Sure? Paka? Okay, we'll see.